1.
Um, let's see if we get some people here. Shout out to the people on Twitter that always show up. And hopefully some of the people on YouTube uh, do show up to this one. I don't know how juicy you would think it is. Uh, it's a therapy for all of us. Every Lakers live, whether it's this one, whether it's Dan the Lakers fan, whether it's Big Baby Jonathan, um, shout out to Lakers Nation too, that put up some live streaming, because sometimes we as Laker fans need to vent out, need to have conversations about our favorite team, and so I'm always glad. Hey, how are you doing? Can can be. I think I remember you. Yeah, you lived. Are you the one living on uh, Philly, or am I way wrong? I don't know. I think I do remember you. The Sixers fan. Yeah, 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 yeah. How are you? Yeah, yeah. How are those? How do you see the Sixers uh, for this new season? I'm good. I'm good. A little bit of allergies here. Um, so something that happened today that I kind of like. I kind of turned on the TV, uh, not aware of the time, so I was expecting this Lakers Summer League game versus the Hornets, and um, it was to me it was very upsetting that I end up watching the end of the the second part of the game, that the Golden State Warriors won by, I think, 1.1 shot, if I'm not. Uh, it was down to the wire. I remember that. Not hating on any of those two teams, because, you know, kudos to those teams, especially Golden State that does a lot of. Sixers should be contenders. They should be. The Sixers have everything a team can ask to be a contender. Definitely. Uh, the Lakers, they are one or two pieces away to be among the teams in the West is now uh, a lot more competitive was that than it was last year. So I think there's one or two moves that would probably get the Lakers there, but Lakers, being Darvingham, his style of coaching may be able to help Ross to play better, but my bet is that Ross is going to be moved to another team. And I don't know if you saw the Lakers game before the last one in summer league, but Ross was one side, Darvingham was another side, and LeBron, and like they weren't together, and so I don't know what's gonna happen there. But one of the things that frustrated me today is that, like, Lakers front office have realized that they have to start doing the homegrown players that can fit with whatever the Lakers want to do, like Golden State Warriors do. The Golden State Warriors are one of the best teams at doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I took a little vacation, but I'm back. So what frustrated me is that after the Lakers made that commitment of doing that, today I get into the Warriors game and I see Mac McClung wearing the Warriors uniform. The guy was just the G League Rookie of the Year with the South Bay Lakers. He's been groomed to be a Laker. At least that was what I thought. And when I saw, the first thing I was confused. I was like, that Lakers uniform looked like the Golden State Warriors uniform, because I saw McClung wearing it. And all of a sudden I realized, no, this is a Warriors uniform. This is Mac McClung in the Warriors uniform. What happened? What happened, Lakers? If you're going to homegrow players to then give them away, that makes no sense. The idea was to homegrow players that you would use. And, you give Christie a contract. I know, because the Lakers chose him in, early in the second round. But I think Mac McClung right now can do a lot of things that Christie is still not available to do. And I know McClung, look, he can run an offense and he can score for sure. And if you have any doubt, you can see the Golden State Warriors using him. He was the second best scorer in the game, I think. I think Kuminga was the number one. And Kuminga is part of the team already. It's like if we put THT on Summer League now, he's gonna kill. He's gonna score like 40 points nobody's going to be able to stop him because he's already an NBA player. Same thing with Kuminga. Kuminga is going to dominate, but Kuminga scored like 26. Mac McClung scored 22 in the same game, and 6 assists, and like 2 or 3 steals. Don't you want to have in your team somebody with that production? Even if it's in the summer league, somebody who became the rookie of the year with the team, the G League team that you are running. It's contrary to what the front office is saying. And don't get me wrong, Scottie Pippen is running the show very well. But McClung is a little bit further in that. You know? He's a little bit further. He's already been, playing. The Bulls used him for a little while. Got him from the G League. And the Lakers just don't see the use of him. Which takes me to the next thing. I don't know if anybody noticed that since J-Huff is not playing with the Summer League team, we have lost every game he's not playing. Every game. And I wonder if J-Huff is going to be in the same situation that McClung. Another team is going to see his value and is going to snatch him away. And if that happens, thank you. I didn't see that. Thank you. Thank you for being a fan. So, my question is, what is the front office doing? Because on one side, the front office is saying that they homegrown people. I know when they got THT, I'm trying to remember who was the guy that we got that year. He was a sharpshooter, and the same thing, Golden State Warriors got him. And he actually played for the team, not just the G League team, but the team itself. And I can't remember his name. But, the Lakers say one thing and they keep doing the same thing. The same thing that they supposedly are getting away from. They say they address shooting, but the best shooter that they have hired till this point is not in the vicinity of the shooters of last year. Last year they did address the shooting. The problem is that the Lakers couldn't make stops because they couldn't defend, like Kendrick Perkins says, not even a parked car. They didn't defend even if their life depended on it. So the defense part has been addressed. I believe it. The center, they can use Huff still. They can only use Wendy Gabriel to guard either 4 or 3s. Like Stanley Johnson They both are high motor guys. We have Damian Jones, who is developing a three-point shot, which is something I'm going to talk in a video soon. And that's something that it gets me asking myself a question. Another thing is that Jeannie was tweet where gives you the impression, and I'm not saying that's what she was trying to say. I'm not saying that by any means. But and I'm a Kobe fan, you know, by the way, from Philly. I'm a Kobe fan. But the thing that she's like talking about Kobe's commitment to the team and that she missed that and all that kind of stuff, that talk, leaves people wondering what she's talking about. Is she talking about that there's no commitment for the team with the stars she's got now? Who is she talking about? Or why she said that comment? Why she wrote that? I have one of those halls between my allergies. I have a little bit of a sore throat. You know, it's something that really makes it difficult to swallow down when you are seeing like why are the Lakers holding draft picks in order to not get out of Ross and getting Kyrie, which everybody in the league knows that is a way better fit. And I'm not talking that Ross is a bad player, because Ross is not a bad player. And Ross, you don't get to be an MVP and say and be a bad player. You don't get to be a guy who in a whole season makes, average a triple double. You don't get to that by being a bad player. Can you say he's a selfish player? Well, he leads in assists, so it's hard to argue that he's selfish. Maybe he does sometimes selfish moves, and he sees himself as the number one option in the offense when the ships go down. That's, and he's not accepting that he's not the athlete he was when he was younger. That's a problem. Or maybe he's accepting it, but now, and he's realizing now that it's becoming a problem, and he's probably fixing it now. But the interviews he does makes you think that otherwise. They makes you think that Ross doesn't care about anything, or about at least basketball anymore. And Ross knows, though, that if he doesn't show up as a $47 million a year player, as a supermax, as a one or the most expensive supermax guy, except now that Nikola Jokic got that Supermax contract. Russ was probably the highest, you know, and my problem with Russ is not that he's playing bad. It's that he's not playing as a $47 million per year player, right? And it might be because he's not a good fit, you know, around LeBron and AD. Other than they didn't play together much. And I'm not a statistic guy when you don't see the context with statistics. A lot of people say that Russ, LeBron, and AD were a bad fit together, even, you know, when they were playing together. Statistics show that they were bad. Remember, the statistics are not accounting that the amount of games they played, probably anybody who is a star would start bad in those games, especially if they haven't been together before. So Russ is, you know, was for the first time with LeBron and AD, but most of the season was Russ by himself, with people who couldn't stop another team, even if, you know, if their life depended on them. So, you know, what is the justice in that? Like, you cannot say, really, with that small sample, if Russ couldn't work out better than what it did, right? Because he wasn't enough of a sample. But I'm sorry, I had to, because, like I said, between the sore throat and the sinus and the allergies, everything is combined. So it's hard to talk about what happened with the Lakers, knowing that AD almost didn't play at all. LeBron had his problems also, and Russ had to take the team, charge of the team by himself a lot of the times. And, you know, with the help of Melo and Malik Monk. But I don't know. I don't know if they really address the shooting. Like, all the guys shoot maybe a little bit over 30. One of them, I think, shoots over 35. I don't know if they are going to keep Wayne Ellington. And that's the other thing. All this switcheroo the Lakers are doing every year since they won the championship is not helping them. because nobody can get familiar enough with the dynamic of the team if the whole team is changed every year. You can't do that. And then you can, do the switcheroo to a whole offensive team, no defensive, with a defensive coach, where Vogel was a star, was on the defense. Not on the offense, on the defense. And when he got a defensive team, he went to the championship. When he got an all offensive team, he didn't even make it to the play-in. And the year in the middle was all because it was all because the Lakers had some injuries too that year that got him off the first round of the playoffs soon. And you see, they were dominating while AD was playing. They were dominating the Suns, and when AD got hurt, they lost that series to a team that went to the finals. So they could have gone to the finals that year. And if they would have gone to the finals that year, they probably would have won the championship. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I was upset when I saw McClung playing for Golden State. And, don't get me wrong, I wish the best to McClung if he is moved, or he goes to a different team, because I know he's working hard. You can see it in his game. So I would hope that he gets everything good his way, right? But I'm afraid that Huff is going to get the same treatment, and it's possible that even Cole Swider gets that. So at the end, maybe Scottie Pippen Jr. would be the only one staying, but I'm not even sure about that. I'm not even sure if they are going to have the patience to get Max Christie in shape for the, like, he is 19, and there's already Laker fans giving up on him, but I want to see if the front office actually does different, and actually give him a chance to prove that he can do this, and not a chance to prove, but chance like they can develop him. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not satisfied right now with what I'm seeing from the Lakers front office. A lot of people like Max Christie, but he's not what we need on the offense, and he is what we need on the defense. But on the offense, I still don't see him doing anything that makes me think his jump shot, his form is excellent. He just can't make a shot from 3-point line. From time to time he makes it, but not enough to think of him as a 3-and-D guy. He's a D guy, definitely. He's a defensive guy, definitely. But a 3-and-D guy, he's not right now. And I hope he develops. His jump shot is good, but somehow he's just missing it most of the time. And I don't know. I don't know if I were training him. I don't know if I could fix his jump shot. There's some things that he could tweak, but that jump shot should be enough. That form should be enough to make those shots. So something is happening in the way he throws, the strength he's using, because otherwise the form it looks good, but he's not making those shots. And that's all you can control, the form and the strength of the shot. And I say most of the time it's the strength, but I've seen the shots getting outside of where in the rim you for sure make that shot. It's usually a little bit to the right, and I don't know. I don't see when I see him shooting, I don't see that he's turning his body in a way that the shot doesn't go in the right position. But I don't know. I digress. Anyways, that was my frustration. I hope I could be therapy to some Laker fans. I don't know if I achieved that. Thank you, Ken. I'm sorry if I pronounce it badly. Candemir, I think is the way it's pronounced his last name. Ken, you are always showing up. I'm glad you do. And it's interesting because, like you said, you are not a Lakers fan. I'm glad that you like how I do these live streams. Well, anyways, may God bless you all. Take care of yourself and each other. And, go Lakers. Bye-bye.